anytime after. But if you think about the next month, early November with the Miami Auto Show, Ford will have over 33 vehicles. And that will include the new F-150, the new Mustang, and of course the all-new Ford Edge. And then we'll follow that with Ford Championship Weekend. We're at Homestead, where we'll have 2 of our drivers competing. And I want to just tell you that we're in second place, so I hope all of you in the room will really root for Ford, since we're behind Chevy. And we really look forward to winning at that. But we're here today to really talk about the Ford Edge. And I want to start with just letting you know, to put it simply, the Edge is really a showcase of Ford's smartest technologies. It's the best we have brought to market. And it's better in every way, from design to quality and craftsmanship to the driving experience. And it's also on a new platform. It's on a global CD platform. And as many of you may know, when we introduced the 2013 Ford Fusion, it's that same platform. And it's really exciting for us. Now, I want to talk about the importance of Edge to Ford, and not only in the US, but globally. And as I mentioned, the platform, by us bringing the Ford Edge and with this new platform, it really will allow us to produce a world-class vehicle. And it's our ability to tailor it to the customer's needs in the various markets. Now, utility sales are exploding. They're up 87% since 2008. And utilities account for 19% of the total automotive industry. So what an opportunity, and that's where Ford wants to play. So who's responsible for this growth? Well, in the US, it's primarily the baby boomers. And these boomers, they're redefining retirement, and they need vehicles to fit their lifestyles. So utilities provide, ability to carry golf clubs, their grandchildren outdoor. Now, there's another group that I want to talk about, and that's the millennials. These are people born between 1980 and 2000. This is the fastest growing segment. Over 83 million millennials, representing 26% of the industry. And a really important fact, there are more 23-year-olds than any other age group out there. So think about that opportunity of these people coming out of school and for the automobile manufacturers. What's interesting about the millennials, number one, as I mentioned, they're ready to start their career. Some are starting families, but they have their earning and buying potential, and they're going to make a big impact in the market. So, good news for Ford. Based on a merit survey, Ford was the #1 brand considered amongst millennials. And that was driven by their attraction to our utilities, the Ford Escape, the Edge, and the Explorer. And the other good news is we were in 4th place relative to this survey, and we moved up to 1st place. A second reason why utilities are so important to Ford is this notion that it's a very emotional purchase decision. If you think about the intensity and excitement that you get from a luxury purchase, it's that same intensity when purchasing a utility. And as people will stretch financially for a luxury product, they'll also stretch for utility. Let me put that in perspective. If we look at average transaction price to average income, for a Ford Edge specifically, consumers are willing to pay 38% of their annual income versus 30% for a sedan. So again, it's that buying power and ability to get higher transaction prices to the manufacturer. A great example of this is the Ford Explorer Sport. Our demand right now far exceeds supply. We are building every Sport we can. And it's attracting younger, more affluent buyers. People whose income of over $150,000, and these are consumers younger than 45. So again, a big opportunity. And with the Ford Explorer, we're attracting tier 1 brands, similar with our other utilities like the Ford Edge, brands like Audi, BMW, and Lexus. So we talked about the utility growth, check, and we talked about the higher transaction prices. Now I just want to talk about some of the key markets where we sell the utilities, such as China, Europe, and the US. So, for example, in China, the largest market, and there's no doubt it will be the largest utility market by 2018. And just as Chinese consumers want that functionality of utility, they also feel that emotional drive. It's about status and recognition. And the utility segment has grown from 7% in 2008 to 17% in 2013. And I'm proud to say edge sales were up over 70% in China, and that's through September, calendar year to date. A very similar story in Europe. Again, utilities, fastest growing segment. People are trading in their hatchback Insignias. The market was 9% in 2008, it's up to 19%. And again, with the tumultuous economy that they've had, people are ready for a safe, practical, yet functional purchase. The edge will play the large utility segment there, which is currently up almost 20%. Now, moving on to the US, again, utilities growing at a very, very fast pace. And Ford is on plan to be the utility leader for the 4th consecutive year. We did it in 11, we did it in 12, we did it in 13, and we're going to do it again in 14 with the products that we're going to bring to market. Now, I just want to kind of summarize by talking about some of the products in the portfolio. Our Ford Escape for 2014, record sales. We're on plan to achieve record sales. The Ford Edge, we're selling over 120,000 units consistently year over year, and it's the #1 medium utility in its segment. The Ford Explorer, #1 utility in the large segment. And if you think about the competitors, like the Toyota Highlander, who just launched another product, a competitive product and a good package, but again, Ford Explorer dominating. And our other products like the Expedition, which will have a new coming out in the 4th quarter, and of course the Flex and the Transit. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to John, and he will take you through the Ford Edge and specifically a lot of the product attributes, and then I'll be happy to talk to you after the presentation. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out again as well. Excuse me. As Kim mentioned, utilities, you saw a lot of utilities and it's a very emotional purchase. But what is it about the Edge that really distinguishes itself from the competition? And the answer to that is its technology, premium features, and design, as you can see. Other manufacturers have tout a lot of things like off-road performance and being capable for family adventures. And those things are important, and we have the Explorer, as Kim just mentioned, for that, for those types of family things. But for Edge, it's always been about design, leadership, purposeful technology, and premium attributes. And our customers want and are willing to pay for those things. So, Kim touched on this as well. It's been a leader in this segment since its introduction in 2006. Selling consistently 10,000 units per month, outselling the Nissan Murano 3-1, outselling the Venza 3-1, and outselling competitor Honda Cross Tour 7-1. It's also very well liked. Right? The favorable opinion for the Edge product is 69%. That's 10 points higher than any other competitor in the segment. Edge has also been a great vehicle to bring female buyers to the Ford showroom. Our average percentage of female buyers in our total portfolio is 35%. And as you can see here, it's 49% on female buyers. We also bring in a very high conquest number. 50% of the people that are come to the brand are new to the brand, and 12% of those overall come from premium brands. Edge has been vital towards creating awareness on the coastal and increasing sales for us on both coasts. It's the best-selling 5-passenger medium utility in LA, and then also brings in very affluent and younger buyers to the Ford brand. Here in Miami specifically, we have a huge number. It's a huge number of female buyers, 69%, and 63% of the buyers have a college education as well. So it brings a very strong customer to the brand. And you know, we don't have leadership here in Miami, but with this new product, we definitely can. So that's where we need your help here today. So all of this sets the stage for the 2015 model that I mentioned will go on sale in the first quarter of next year. So there are 3 areas that clearly distinguish the Edge from its competition. It's industry-leading design and craftsmanship, incredible driving experience, and purposeful technology. So let's talk about design and craftsmanship. The design team knew there was going to be a challenge to reimagine a customer favorite. Right? They already had a great-looking vehicle, so they wanted to design. They wanted to respect the existing silhouette of the vehicle, but make it more rewarding, something even better for the customer that's coming back to the Edge. The result was a sleeker, more athletic shape. The designers like to call it Edge the runner versus Edge the boxer, right? So you can see it's very much more athletic and sculpted. Inside, the team delivered a more calming, mature, premium environment. At the same time, they brought in some dynamic shapes. Everything flows. The contoured stack flows into the console. The dash wraps outward into the doors. So very, premium looking interior. It was all thought through carefully. Making sure we had the right seat height positions, storage spaces. We have some new storage spaces above and in the lower console as well. You'll see premium details throughout, soft touch materials, satin metal finishes. And this is all because the Edge customers have a proven desire for well-equipped premium vehicles. When we look at our current Edge, we already sell 31% in our Sport and Limited series. And when you look at specifically just at those 2 series, that actually commands a higher percentage of customers coming from luxury vehicles, which is 19%. So 12% overall, but 19% of the people coming into these 2 series. So in order to build on that success, we really wanted we want to continue to highlight our new Titanium series and the enhancements we've made to the Sport series as well. Sport and Titanium are projected to be an even higher mix of this new vehicle. So make sure you get a chance today, you'll actually be able to see a Sport out there. When we look at dimensions overall, the vehicle is actually larger, even though I've heard some people that are already sitting here saying that it looks smaller, but it's the style, right? So we have 4 inches in total length, but what we're really proud of is the extra cargo space that we have. For those of you who have seen a current Edge, you'll actually notice how significant that rear cargo area is larger. But it's smartly designed and packaged overall. So with the 2015 model on this all-new platform, we have improvements to our engines as well. So the all-new twin-scroll 2-liter EcoBoost will make its debut in this vehicle as the base engine, essentially. It's our primary engine, one of the first applications of an EcoBoost engine. It just shows you how confident we are in the EcoBoost technology that we're making it the base engine on the Edge. That will be available on our SE, SEL, and Titanium trims. The Sport will get the newest 2.7-liter EcoBoost engine, which really brings the power. And we'll continue to have a 3.5-liter V6 for customers that just want a naturally aspirated engine. On the 0.7 liter that will debut in the sport, it's a 60-degree turbocharged V6 engine. We expect to actually have, leadership in power against many of the competitors that are out there. It's also just part of what makes our sport a true sport vehicle. When we looked at our sport historically, we put a larger engine in it, we have some larger wheels, but we took this a step further to really enhance the spring rings, added dampers, improving the overall ride and handling performance by 20%. So it's a much more higher performing sport model. So moving on to our technology, which, we're debuting a lot of technology in this vehicle. It's the latest showcase of everything that we have. I mean, when this thing hits the market, it's going to have everything that Ford has. And it's specific to the fact that customers in this segment want a lot of technology, right? So when we decided to bring this vehicle to market, we wanted to showcase the technology. But they also expect the technology to have a purpose. They want it to enhance their driving experience and ownership experience. So, kind of put it in perspective, in 2007, when the Edge, was the first model year for the Edge, it was introduced at the same time as the iPhone. It's just, think about that. That's how long ago it's been, right? And when you look at the technologies that have come out since, none of these technologies existed. How these technologies have improved our lives and how we do business, right? So a lot of that went into, it provided insight to what tech-savvy buyers want and what we incorporated into this vehicle. Some Ford first debuts that will be on this vehicle. Really proud of the adaptive steering, and we'll see a video on that. We'll also have a brand new front camera system and enhanced parking features that now offer perpendicular park for those that love the purposeful technology. So we'll show you the adaptive steering video. So as you can see here, there's on the left with the system on, there's a lot less movement. There's actually the turn-to-turn ratio of 2 turns versus 1.2 turns, right? So to do this exact same maneuver. So this is somebody on the exact same course with the system on and with it off. It is really the most advanced steering system Ford has ever developed. And here's the vehicle going through the course in our Michigan Dearborn Proving Grounds. And we'll also have a demonstration wheel out there that you can see. It kind of shows you how the mechanics behind the technology. So now we'll show you the 180-degree front camera. So we have cameras in the front that allow you to see around corners. And this is someone pulling out of a parking spot. Now you're seeing what's on the camera itself. The customer is further back and cannot see those people walking away or walking into the camera angle. So it's really a purposeful technology that adds value to the customer. And lastly, we've added this perpendicular park assist to our already in parking assist features, right? And you can see here, as they move through the parking spots, it'll scan through the spot. It'll give the driver an indication that the spot works, and it'll gives you step-by-step instructions of how to park. And you can see it's really hands-free. You just control the front, the backup, engaging the thing. They also where you can see here is the side parking sensors going off and letting them know that they're too close. So it automatically warns and corrects and adjusts everything that you can see on the right hand corner, the side parking sensors.
Question. Will that cause the car to, when it senses that you're going into the wrong angle of attack, will it drive itself forward, or do you have to do that?
It'll